Hello, welcome to another Mindset Monday. My name is Janelle Briggs. I'm a mindset and business coach, and today I would love to talk with you more about what is coaching, what are the benefits of coaching, and how coaching is different to seeing someone of the medical profession like a psychologist or a psychiatrist. So the first thing I wanted to share is about my journey. I became a coach so that I could help women to be able to reduce the overwhelm, stress, and anxiety that they find themselves in living their day-to-day lives. Now, I studied the modality of coaching called NLP. Now, NLP stands for Neuro-Linguistics Programming, and I'll explain what that is in a minute. A modality is a type of coaching or a style of coaching that I have particularly been trained in. Now, there are lots of different types of coaching out there. There's health coaching if you've got health goals that you want to create. There's career coaching if there is a career goal or a job that you're looking for. There is executive coaching if you're ready to level up your corporate career. There's accountability coaching. There's holistic coaching. There are so many different types of coaches available these days. And it's really amazing because I think we come to this point in 2021 where it feels like every time you turn around, there's another coach or another program or something else coming into our life. What I love about it though is that we have so many tools and resources around us to be able to help us through the blocks and to process certain events and to reach our goals when things come up in our life. Now, lives are very different to what they were like 50 years ago. This day and age, we work at a really fast pace. We have a lot of things that are happening in our life and in our mind all of the time. Sometimes we need some guidance on how to achieve that goal or how to release some issues you're having with your thoughts, or release your fears, or learn how to let go of guilt, or learn how to reconnect with self-love maybe after you've had a difficult relationship. And so I'm really grateful that there are so many coaches available to be able to help us for when we need them. Sometimes it absolutely takes a village, and you may come and do some work with me on your mindset. We may be able to put in practice some ways that you can reduce the negative thoughts, the stress and anxiety in your life. But you may go on and want to work with someone else after a period of time of working with me because you continue on the personal growth journey. And I think that is what is so important in this day and age, that we are always continuing to evolve and grow. That's the exciting part of where we are at this time on this earth. So what is NLP? It stands for Neuro-Linguistics Programming, which is basically a study of the patterns of the programming that is created between a person's brain, language, so the way that we speak to ourselves and to others, and how that relates to and connects to our body. Okay, so in NLP, we believe that it's that communication interaction that can have both effective and ineffective behaviors in our lives. For instance, if my mind is going on the negative all the time and I'm talking myself down and I'm feeling really bad about everything and I'm saying, oh, I'm such an idiot and I'm doing all these things wrong, and you have a fixed mindset, okay? And what it is, it's probably ebbing on the side of a lack mindset. And so a lot of what starts to show up in your life, meaning your reactions, your responses, the way you deal with people in situations, and what you're manifesting and cultivating into your life actually becomes not so great, okay? Because we aren't speaking to ourselves with love and kindness and consideration and then expecting the world to come up roses all around us. So within NLP, it's a study of communication. So I have learned how to reprogram my language. I have learned to reprogram and silence my inner negative self-talk so that I have a completely different experience because I'm speaking to myself with love, acceptance, and kindness every single day. So I use what I've learned in NLP in my coaching to be able to share that knowledge forward with the women that come to work with me one-on-one and soon to be on my online course and group sessions, etc. So the principles of NLP and the foundations and the modeling is a lot around different areas of psychology like behavioral and cognitive theory. However, with coaching, the emphasis is really on changing our communication process. So the way that we talk to ourselves, the way that we think, which is going to give us, as I mentioned before, that life-changing positive result. I want to share with you the difference between coaching and psychology, which is obviously a medical profession. I did not go to school for 7 years to become a psychologist or a psychiatrist. And the major difference that I see, and the easiest way to explain it, is that I do not help women with trauma. If you come to me having PTSD or a mental health disorder or something that you haven't yet seen a psychologist for, that has to do with any type of trauma, then I would absolutely 100% refer you to go and see a psychologist or a psychiatrist first to be able to work through those elements. I work with women after they have gone through and worked through the trauma of certain experiences that have come up in their life. Now, interestingly, I'm also trained in a modality called timeline therapy, which I love, and it is really, really life-changing. And what timeline therapy does, it actually takes you back to the first moment that you ever felt a negative emotion. So the 5 major negative emotions are anger, fear, sadness, hurt, and guilt. So we go back to that first time, sometime in childhood perhaps, where you first felt these hard-hitting negative emotions. Quite often, if you've had trauma or negative experiences in your life, the first time you ever felt these emotions was way before the trauma or that experience happened. So if you have had a traumatic experience in your life, we can still work together, I guess is what I wanted to say, but I will not dig deep, analyze, and get into the trauma or help you through that PTSD. What I do with timeline therapy is help you to release the negative emotions from the first time that you felt them so that when you feel emotions in future, you have a completely different experience. What I also do is help with limiting beliefs. So there's feelings like we're not good enough, the I'm not smart enough, I'm not experienced enough, I can't do that. Now, I love timeline therapy because it also, again, takes you back to the moment where this belief was formed, whether it be in childhood, adolescence, or even in older years in life. And we look at it from a bird's eye view. We look at this experience and we reframe it. We let go of that limiting belief and we create a new empowering belief for the future. So you no longer actually believe that thing about yourself to be true. And so that is the power that I have found in my own life of applying NLP practices and timeline therapy. I've been able to release and let go. And so I've walked the walk. Everything that I share with my clients is what I've used in my life in the past or in the present, and what I use every single day, including the mindfulness, like the journal. So I hope that makes that clear. If you have any questions, please reach out to me, DM me. But just to recap, I wanted to share that there are multiple types of coaches available. If you see a coach and you resonate with what he or she is saying, jump on board. There is no downside to ever working on your mindset or having someone to guide you and help you on the path to achieving the goals and achieving the mindset or the life or the feeling that you want to have, or your health in this lifetime. You know, I realize that there are billions of women on this planet. I don't know the right number. I probably should have Googled it. And at some stage in our life, we need a little bit of guidance. And there's nothing wrong with ever reaching out to someone and saying, hey, I'm stuck. I just need a little bit of help for this moment in time. There is also never any downside to reaching out to a psychologist or a psychiatrist or someone in the counseling world if you are feeling like you are ready to go down that path to work through some of the things that have happened in your life. So there's no downside to ever working on your mindset. I hope that that is clear. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. I would love to hear your experience if you worked with a great coach. And if you have any more questions or would like some more information about what I do and what I offer in my mindset coaching for women with stress, anxiety, and overwhelm, I would love to help you and share more. Thanks.